The latest atmospheric river to batter the West Coast is bringing plenty of firsts, from record amounts of rain to the first hurricane-force wind warning for the California coast.
Parts of Los Angeles have gotten nearly as much rain in 24 hours as that city averages in an entire year. NBC climate reporter Chase Kane explains how global warming is making atmospheric rivers more intense.
An atmospheric river can carry as much water as 25 Mississippi rivers, often referred to as a conveyor belt or moisture plume off the Pacific. ARs bring rain to the West Coast and snowpack to the mountains, which later melts, providing water during the dry summer months. That's the natural part. The unnatural part is that the more fossil fuels we burn, we're turning up the dial on the intensity of atmospheric rivers, making them bigger, wetter, and more hazardous. That's according to several key studies, including from NOAA and NASA. And it's because of the physics of the atmosphere when we warm the planet. For every degree of warming, the atmosphere holds 4% more water vapor, which might not sound like a lot, but it is.
It doesn't sound like a lot, I agree, but in some cases it might make actually the difference between a dike breaking or not. And it may be the difference between some part of the city suddenly being a floodplain that didn't used to be a floodplain. Our societies are built around a very narrow range of possible weather. And even when we have a relatively small change, we get outside this range of what we are used to.
Scientists at Climameter calculated atmospheric rivers are bringing 15% more rain because of climate change, and that climate change is also accelerating wind speeds along California's central coast, increasing the likelihood of power outages and wind damage. Consider what's happening right now with atmospheric rivers, and then add in NASA's calculations that by the end of this century, atmospheric rivers will be wider, meaning they affect an even larger area, and that they will last longer, just increasing the likelihood of dangerous flooding. In Washington, I'm National Climate Reporter Chase Kane.